Hello, and it's lovely to be back. I think this is very quickly becoming my place for my little Friday tips and my Friday musings about what the messages are that I've received loud and clear during the week, and whether that's through my own learnings, people that I've been speaking to, and so here I am back with another one this week. My message from this week is really about consistency over everything else. And yes, this plays out in business, of course it does. But actually, it plays out in all areas of our life. So, if you follow what I do on a regular basis, you may well know that I'm, let's call it addicted, for want of a better word, to High Rocks. So High Rocks is a sport fitness competition. It's an endurance event, and let's be frank, it's a mental event as much as it is a physical event. Um, and it takes a while to train for one of the events. I've got one coming up next Sunday. I'm going to Toulouse to compete in a High Rocks event, and I've noticed quite a lot of improvements in my training, and I'm thinking in my head, wow, I feel like I've been training for this for forever. You know, I've done two events already, well, three actually. I did a sort of an unofficial simulation event in September. I did one in Amsterdam in October. I did Excel in London in December. And so there's a part of me that thinks, gosh, I've been training for this forever. Come on already, you know, it must be, let's be seeing these big improvements. And then I go, actually, it's not that long. I think it was May that I decided I was going to do a High Rocks event, and kind of found out about it and started training for it. And yes, I have been consistently showing up in the gym, with my nutrition, with my sleep, with my mindset ever since then. And it feels like I've been doing it a while. But yet, then I said to someone earlier this week, actually, it's a few months, and a few months in the context of 48 years, which is how old I am currently, is really nothing. So this really is a message to me about consistency, and it's a message that I've heard with the conversations I've had with my clients through the week as well. So I would say that over and above anything else, consistency is the important ingredient. Yes, you need to have talent. Yes, you need to have motivation. Yes, you need to have the skills. But once we take those as a given, the next thing that is going to actually create success is consistently doing the thing. So, how do we do that? My guess, and it may not be true for everybody, but my guess is that most people listening to this don't have to remember to brush their teeth in the morning or the evening, don't have to remember to wash their hands after they've been to the bathroom. And why is that? Because we consistently have done that ever since we were very small, and our caregivers taught us that this was what you do: is you brush your teeth every morning and night, you wash your hands after you've been to the bathroom. And we start to stack the habit of, once I've got up in the morning, the next thing I'm going to do is brush my teeth. So I don't even need to think about it. It happens on autopilot. So same thing, we need to do that in our lives and in our business as well, is make it really easy for ourselves to remember to do the things that actually make a difference in our business. So if I just use my personal example, I know that every morning, once I've woken up, get up, brush my teeth, of course, have coffee, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my exercise, whether that means I'm going to the gym, whether it means I'm going for a run around the village where I live, but I know it's the first thing that I do every single day. That way it happens. And when it happens, the rest of my world, the rest of my life unfolds in the way that I want. And then this is the important part, towards the vision of who I am. So we need to be really clear, who is that vision of, what is that vision of who I am, and then making sure that the important elements of that are non-negotiable in our diary. So that's exercise. I also have a day which I dedicate to my my social media creation and doing all of that, because that is a really important part of me and my business. I have times when I split out and dedicate to talking to my clients, because again, that's a really important part of my business, and a time when I work on projects to advance that, and I advance my business, and I make sure that those are the most impactful projects that I'm working on at any given time. And I also have dedicated, carved out time to spend with my children, because I know if I don't do that, something will try and eat into at that, and that doesn't fit with the vision of who I am. Me as a parent, it's important for me to spend quality time with my children, particularly as they're teenagers and they're getting older. So it's really, really important for me to create the habits that enable me to show up and consistently do the things that make a difference towards the vision of who I am, towards the vision of where I want my business to be, and how I want to run my life, and who I want to show up as in my life. And some people said to me, but that's so boring, I want to just kind of go with the flow and do the fun things. Don't get me wrong, I'm the same. I want to do the fun things as well. But you know what? Creating the habits and the consistent action of showing up in the way that I need to create that vision of who I am, that creates the space to then do the fun things. So when everything gets all mushed together and you're just going with the flow, it becomes so much harder to carve out the space and the time to do the things that really light your soul up, whether that is spending time with your kids and playing games, whether it's having some me time where you just sit in a cafe and have a coffee and watch the world go by, or I don't know, whatever it is your thing that brings you joy. Make sure that in creating the time, the habits to consistently do the things that bring you towards the vision of who you are, that within that is the space for joy and fun and excitement and all of those sides of your character as well, because they're all important. But creating the habits so that you can consistently do what you want to do, what you need to do to create the vision of yourself, this is where the secret sauce lies. You don't show up at the gym one day and then suddenly you find that you're ripped when it's about consistently going. And having consistently been going to the gym, I notice a huge difference in my muscle definition, in my body composition. Looking at some side-by-side photos this week, it's like, wow, that's the change. But it didn't happen in one day, it didn't happen in 1 week, it didn't happen in 1 month. It's happened over a period of months and consistently doing the action. The same in your business. You won't suddenly see the results that you want to see, but consistently showing up, consistently doing the things that you need to do to create the vision of your business, that is going to be where the magic lies and what allows you the freedom to create the life that you want. So let me know your thoughts, and I'd love to know what habits you are building into your life so that you can create the freedom to become the most unapologetic version of who you are. Look forward to hearing from you.